This is Hannibal here from the HannibalTV.com with a daily wrestling news update for you. Smackdown was slightly up in viewership this week. They had their lowest viewership ever last week on Fox. This week they did a 0.5 rating and their viewership was up. There's no numbers from AEW's event that happened last night, the Dynamite show. It was on Friday again. Andrade and Mark Henry appeared. Andrade is best known as Ric Flairs' son-in-law. And according to the reports that I've read, I didn't actually see Dynamite. He got a lukewarm reaction at best. And somebody pointed out, another wrestling reporter, that Jericho recently says AEW has the best wrestlers. Well, they're hiring all these ex-WWE guys, so how do they have the best wrestlers if they're hiring mostly WWE rejects? As far as Billy Corgan and his NWA product that you hardly hear anything about anymore, he said that he discussed the possibility of Nick Aldis defending the NWA title against Cody Rhodes in another match. Of course, it was years ago that Cody Rhodes fought Nick Aldis, and that was the last memorable title defense Nick Aldis had. He's completely stale. They get little to no views on YouTube, and it's fizzled out. I don't know what Billy Corgan keeps the title on a completely stale champion for, other than the champion, Nick Aldis, is the booker. There is going to be a Battleground Championship wrestling event in possibly my least favorite city in all of the United States, Philadelphia, at the ECW Arena, September the 18th. I don't doubt that it's a big wrestling city, though. I just know that arena, I've been to it before. It's in a dumpy area. I mean, the whole city is pretty much a dump, other than the steps at the art gallery that Rocky ran up. But I am very interested in this event. I am selling my wrestling boots, by the way. The best offer I've had so far is $300. Don't plan on ever wrestling again. These were custom made for me and custom airbrushed in Puerto Rico. I wore them when I wrestled for Impact. I wore them in most of my matches against Abdullah the Butcher. I wore them for that famous Lanny Poffo backstage incident. And if you go to greatnorthwrestling@gmail.com and you want to offer me more than $300 US plus shipping, I'm going to leave it open until Monday, but I'm cleaning out my basement right now. Anyone that wants them, I'm open to offers. But my best offer I've had is $300 plus shipping. So it's going to have to be more than that. Oh, one other thing. Someone asked me the other day, why don't I ever compare my numbers to Conrad Thompson? Well, here's my YouTube numbers compared to his over the past 12 months. And I compared it to all of his podcasts, and you can see mine are significantly greater. And I am the true, undisputed shoot interview champion of the world. And guess what? I'm not married to anyone that's been in the business. Like, he's married to one of Ric Flairs' daughters. I've made my money from wrestling, and I've gained my fans as an interviewer. I'm not someone that has made my money elsewhere. I'm a wrestling person. And anyways, I'm just saying, I give the fans what they want. They wanted to know how I compared to him. There you go. Large says, was it me or did Andrade got no pop from the AEW audience? I actually listened to the Wrestling Observer radio show today. to hear what happened on Dynamite, which, by the way, I was supposed to do an interview with Ksenia, the Russian YouTuber, last night, who was at the event, but my Dave Sullivan interview got delayed, so I didn't end up talking to her. But yes, Large, you're right. Andrade got no pop. They've already got an overcrowded roster, and there's another guy that's about the same size and the same style of wrestler as all of their guys, and it's like they're just picking up these guys that WWE doesn't want anymore. I mean, for God's sake, it's Ric Flair's son-in-law married to Charlotte Flair, and they still got rid of him. Peter Carr says too many WWE rejects in AEW. Mike D, have I met Tom Green? There is actually a Tom Green video on this channel, believe it or not. Sorry, I'm looking it up right now. I'm going to play it at the end of this. I'm going to download it right now and play it at the end of this video. He used to be a lot cooler than he is now, but I was a fan of his. He's from my town. Him, Tom Green, Alanis, and myself are the three most famous people, I would say, from my town. Does NWA only air on? Yeah, they don't even have a television show. They also do pay-per-views. So, yeah, NWA, I don't think they're doing great. Will Raw ever get canceled? Probably not. Peter Carr says Philly is a hellhole. Sam says facts, Philadelphia is crap. Mark, will I sign the boots for whoever I sell them to? Yes. The person that offered me the 300 wants me to sign them. I will, of course, sign them. Neard says WWE is garbage. Jason, why don't I plan on wrestling anymore? You'll go to 325. Well, anyone that's going to make me an official offer, don't do it in any comments. Send it to greatnorthwrestling@gmail.com. I'm not taking offers off of comments. It's too hard to track. As far as why am I not going to wrestle, I'm a successful reporter. And I like being a reporter, and there's way more longevity as being a reporter. There's a lot of politics in wrestling, and I am not a good politician. I like being my own boss. Of course, I am going to get Great North Wrestling started again, as Mark puts up the address for people that are serious about my boots. Who am I? I am the #1 combat sports reporter in Canada. I have wrestled for WWE. I've wrestled for IWA, WWC Puerto Rico, held titles in both companies. I actually wore those boots when I was WWC Puerto Rico Tag Team Champions with Black Pain. Wrestled for TNA, wrestled for Impact, wrestled in the UK, 3-time Canadian champion. I am by far the most famous Canadian wrestler who is not currently signed by WWE. And I'm buddies with Tom Green. So let's close this off with Tom Green's appearance on the Hannibal TV that I shot with him when we were alone in a wide cellar together. And I'll kayfabe why we were alone in a wide cellar together.
Hey, you're watching the HannibalTV.com. I'm here with the Hannibal, and you're watching the HannibalTV.com. My name is Tom Green, and if you like wrestling, then you got to watch this channel. It's the #1 wrestling channel in Canada, right?
Correct.
Correct. And I'm with the Hannibal. He's holding the camera right now, and he says that you're watching the Hannibal TV. My name is Tom Green, and it's #1. #1, okay? The #1 channel. Is it?
It is the #1 pro wrestling YouTube channel in Canada.
That's what I meant to say. #1 pro wrestling channel in Canada. The HannibalTV.com. The HannibalTV.com?
The HannibalTV.com.
The HannibalTV.com.